Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Young, Dumb, and Unfortunately Full of Cum. How y'all doing today? I hope you guys are doing good. I am doing well. I am moving and shaking and moving around. So if I'm out of breath, it's because, I'm out of shape and I'm trying to do stuff while I'm talking. So let's talk about what happened on this episode of Love After Lockup, Season 6, Episode 103. I'll have it right at the on the description bar. Y'all know this. I done started this over about 3 times. I'm trying to get it right. Okay, so normally I start with the least problematic of the group, but looks like some things are changing, and Courtney and Will may not be the least problematic anymore. So Will takes Courtney for a helicopter lesson, which I thought was really cool. Courtney has expressed that she may want to fly helicopters one day, and so Will, being the type of guy that he is going to make that happen. Courtney is still upset with Will about not trusting her, about thinking that she was using, especially with everything that she's been through. But Will is kind of along the lines of, well, what do you expect me to think when you are still doing things that seem like the person that you used to be? And this includes sending photos and getting money from other men. So Courtney apparently had some sugar daddies while she was locked up. Will was okay with it because Will said, I wasn't sending her no money. And ladies, take a lesson from Will, okay? Until it's official, don't be sending no money. And I wouldn't even be saying to send no money then, child. I got bills to pay out here in the outside world. It's expensive out here. So he was okay with it then, but when they got into an official relationship, the agreement was for her to cut all the sugar daddies off, which is not what she's been doing. She accuses Will of being broke because they're at a diner and they're eating sandwiches. And he was like, we're having lunch. I've spent plenty of money on you. You know I'm not broke. You know he not broke, Courtney. You was just lashing out. You just needed something to do. But she's super upset about it. She's completely turning up on him. She's leaving him the ring on the table, talking about, oh, well, here, you can have this as your display. Because he had said something to her and she was like, oh, what are you going to do now? We're going to go to the gift shop next. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to put you up on a display. He was definitely trying to lighten the mood. She wasn't having it. I think she a little too turned up on him. She did sound funny the other night. It is going to take time to not necessarily establish trust, but you are probably going to have to show people that you are different. Now, Will, he doesn't have reason to be on the same alert as like somebody like your mother who's been through it with you. But being an addict, a former addict himself, he knows how easy it is to slip into your past behaviors. But I think Courtney is not really thinking on that right now. I think she's thinking about her own past experiences with men who have not trusted her or who've pretended to be good to her and then turned around and did something totally different. She talks about how she was choked by one of her ex. So she's been through a lot of things with men. And I think it's hard sometimes I think you reject or you self-sabotage situations where people really do want to care for you when that's not something that you're used to. So you start creating problems and drama where there really is none. This is an easily solvable issue. I wasn't drunk. I wasn't using, unless, Courtney, you're being defensive because you actually were. So we're going to see what happens with this. They do need to talk about this whole sugar daddy situation. I have always been very leery of men who are okay with me getting money from other men. And not that I have been, but let's say I was. I always am leery of men that's like, I don't care. She can get money from whoever. I don't really care. Granted, they weren't really dating at the time, but I just feel like a man who does that cares more about you being like, you're more so just like a possession to him versus somebody that he honors and cherishes. So you just something for him to have. Like he just like, oh, you can do whatever you want. Like at the end of the day, you just one of my many possessions. I don't know. It's just a certain thought process that I think a man who wants to honor and cherish you just doesn't like the idea of you either receiving or having dealings or sending photos, having sex, all of that with other men. But I understand y'all weren't together at the time. So there is that. But what did y'all think about that? Did y'all think she turned up real heavy, or do you think she had reason to be upset with Will? I think he's trying to do right by her. I do think he's trying. So I don't know, child. Savannah, you just be letting people send you off anywhere. Like you let Bradley's sister set you up and send you off into some foolishness. Why would you be in an active conflict with your man where he tells you he needed some space, why would you then let his sister, who is a part of the brigade that is telling you too controlling, okay, she part of that too. Why would you then have her tell you know what's a good idea? Pull up on him at his job. That made sense to you in your mind? You already wanted to do that. That's the only thing that I can think of. You couldn't have thought that was a good idea. You already wanted to do it, and you wanted somebody to blame for it when Bradley got mad. That's the only thing I can consider. That's the only thing that makes sense. So you go down to Bradley's job at the advice of his sister, who says, that's what I would do. Like, I'd be like, let's make up, let's talk. I'd go see him. So that's what you decide to go do, which is foolish, right? You pull up on Bradley at his job. Bradley is pissed. Bradley's always pissed at you, but now he's even more pissed because this is his job. This is the first time you got me agreeing with Bradley. This is the first time that I agree with this man that you're doing too much. And it is coming off, if not controlling, very insecure. Very insecure. I now can see it now. You want to look at his phone. You want to see what he's doing. You want to talk to him. You want to let's make up. What are you doing? Aren't you supposed to be getting off work? It's almost this time. Shouldn't you be doing this? And Bradley is at his wit's end. Before you even get there, he's talking to his friend saying, I don't know what else to do. This girl is always in my business. I'm telling her I'm not even worried about no women. I'm worried about some money. And good for you, Bradley, because you're going to need it. Now, he could be lying. He could be worried about women and money. But either way, if somebody going to do something, they going to do it. And I'm not saying wait on it, but I'm just saying, you have to understand when it comes to relationships, you already taking some type of risk, just doing it, just being in one, just pursuing love. There's always this risk of possibly being disappointed or getting your heart broken. But you can't be so hyper vigilant where you're just waiting on the off chance of somebody disappointing you. You got to at least enjoy the relationship as much as you can. And you ain't really doing that, Savannah, because you on his ass about everything. The man got to go to work and he about to get fired fooling with you because you want to come pull up on him at his job. And we all know that's a no-no. So his sister set you up and you went right into it. Then she get out there. He's like, what can I do to make this better? Because I'm tired of this. What can I do? And she was like, I'm not telling you right now, I'm tired. He was like, you tired, but you came out here. She eventually confesses that whatever it is that needs to be done, she don't want to talk about it on camera. So they agree to talk about it later. He go over to her house. They talk about it. Everything is good for about a week. And then they back into it again, to which Bradley is just like, you know what? I can't do this no more. And I can't even fault Bradley. I don't even know. I know I've heard they broke up because Bradley was talking to women on his phone. Probably was. Look, but yet and still. These two don't need to be together. Savannah needs to focus on herself because she seems to put a lot of stock into what everybody else say, including his family, okay, and including him. Be by yourself. Work on your own sobriety. Work on yourself. Let Bradley do what he gonna do, and maybe find you a man that you a little bit more comfortable with, where you feel like you ain't got to do all of this. And if it doesn't matter the man and it's just you, then just go ahead and work on you, baby, because it's too much. For a man, that's too much. The Toothless Wonder has a type because Ashley and Brooke, they don't look alike, but they got them same kind of vibes. But the Toothless Wonder goes to visit Ashley. And Brooke knows about it because Brooke is tracking his location. So she's looking at her phone. She's freaking out while she's at work. She's calling him back to back. He's not answering because he's having a heart-to-heart with Ashley, where Ashley is pretty much saying, I wrote you. I let you know how I felt about you. I was really sorry for everything that happened. But according to Toothless, there's no reason for you to be talking to your ex at all. I don't care what you went over there for. It was disloyal. I didn't appreciate it. I appreciated what you did for my family, for me, also being there for my mom when she had her heart attack. I feel like Toothless should forgive Ashley. I understand he's standing on business. And one thing, ladies, that we need to learn from men, I talked a little bit about it maybe I didn't, but in my Never Ever Mets video, I love the man's ability to put himself first. And there's going to be men here that's be like, oh no, I put my kids first. I put my wife first. Good. That is great. Consider yourself the few, the proud, and not so elite. All right. But because y'all not the Marines, that's why I say, but you carry the same honor. But, Most men I meet, they put themselves first, and I admire it. Like, if a man not ready for a relationship, he is not ready for a relationship. He is not finna tell you no tales. He finna do what he do. You can cry all you want. You can have a tantrum. He is not going to fall into a relationship with you to make you comfortable. He ain't ready. He ain't ready. Same thing with this situation. Even though he was in jail, he saw his own worth and said, I'm not dealing with no cheaters. Do you understand what I'm telling you? A man in the penitentiary looked at a woman who was on the outside, who was doing for him, and said, you know what? I'm done with you because you cheated on me and you're disloyal. A man in the penitentiary with no teeth said that. So you ladies better find your worth and hold on to it tight. Because these men, they know they worth. Even if they ain't worth a damn, they know they worth. That might not make sense to some, but I appreciate it. And we need to start acting the same way. So Ashley is sitting there talking about the letter she wrote. He read the letter out loud. The letter was heartfelt. I definitely felt like she was coming from the heart with it. I have a feeling he wants to forgive Ashley, but he's in too deep with Brooke. Brooke was supposed to be a get back. Brooke was supposed to be a rebound. And now it's all just gotten out of his hands and it's gone too far because he didn't know Brooke was crazy. So Brooke is on her way down there and she ready to throw hands with Ashley if she need to over her toothless man. Her boss is yelling at her saying, hey, you on the clock. And Brooke do not care. Brooke is the reason why I don't want kids. Because people forget, like, children are cute. They make you feel loved and all of that. But one day, them MFers grow up. And I'll be doggone if any child of mine grow up and disrespect me, deal with a jailbird, have multiple baby daddies that don't deal with the kids, got me babysitting while she go pick up her boyfriend in jail. And ain't nobody finna tell me that Brooke wasn't raised halfway decent. Because I feel like she was. She just did whatever she wanted to do. And baby, don't nobody got time for that. I don't even like gambling. I barely play the lottery. I don't like the numbers. Okay? I don't like taking no chances. So you ain't got to worry about me. Everybody forget you have children. You are raising adults. Adults is what they become. And you better hope they some adults with some damn sense. It was sad, but it was time. Michael breaks up with Joey. Now, I don't know if it's going to be long term. But I'm really glad he did what he needed to do. It was hard. It was difficult for him. It was pissing me off a little bit because I felt like he wanted Joey to get mad so that he could feel less guilty. But Joey didn't do that. And so he started following Joey around. And I wanted to say, Michael, stop. Don't try to create a moment. Break up with him and go. Don't try to get him to feed into you emotionally. It starts coming off as manipulation. Go use and get out this man's face. Joey tells him he didn't even try. Did y'all hear Joey say it's only been 48 hours? I said, the hell? This feel like it's been going on for weeks. 48 hours. This a lot of footage for 48 hours. But he tells Michael, you ain't even try. You already wanted to use. You're not even trying to make a change in your life. To which Michael says, I'm telling you, I don't want to try. I'm not at the point where I can try. I'm going to mess up. I don't want to mess you up. I met your family today and they put a lot in perspective for me. And this needs to be over because I'm not ready to change. Joey is pissed off that he doesn't want to change. But Joey, if you're going to be pissed off, you can be pissed off about the breakup, but you can't be pissed off that he don't want to change. He just don't want to. He's not at the point that you are at and the rest of your family is at. You do have a wonderful support system. And he was like, they would support you. They would do for you. I've been talking about you. I think Joey is more so embarrassed than anything. And he needs time to sit with that. But you can't force nobody to change. His family was like a really, really good version of Dare. It was like a DARE program in there. It was very encouraging and all of that. But Michael is not ready for that level. It don't matter how good you try to be to somebody. If they not ready to change, they not ready to change. And Joey gonna have to accept that. And I think he will in due time. I really do applaud Michael for cutting it where it needed to be cut. I know it was difficult because you had somebody that wanted to be there for you. But you know who you are. And while it might be sad, it is what it is. And I was proud of Michael for doing it. I was. We see Kiana at the shop letting the people know she's engaged. And I feel I'm not going to say I feel bad, but one thing for sure and two things are for certain. The people at the shop are always going to be Kiana's reason. Like, they are always gonna get Kiana together. So the lady at the shop is telling Kiana, like, well, you got a ring on your finger, but it don't seem like you too happy. And Kiana says, I am happy. I'm just waiting to see. And that's when the shop owner stops her. I don't know if she the owner, but she lets her know, like, that's how I know you're not ready to get married, because you're not even happy about the situation. Old boy said something about her ring being like a cereal box type of situation. But they're all just letting her know, like, how do you even know this is real? We know this is not real. This is what they call a shut up ring. It's a ring they put on your finger so you will be quiet and quit bothering them. And Kiana knows it and we know it. Then we see Kiana a couple of scenes later meeting up with her cousins, black women. I should have got a photo of this, but black women. The bigger the glasses, the better is not what it is. I'm tired of seeing black women. I love y'all. Seriously. I got some big glasses myself. But the glasses is swallowing y'all face. And some of y'all are very beautiful, but we can't tell because you hiding behind damn 11-inch frames, and I can't see your forehead. It's the frame is falling down your cheeks. I think we believe that the bigger the glass, the younger we look, but you don't. That's not what it's giving. Them glasses, I gotta get a photo. Them glasses on her cousin was so big. They were so big. I was like, her face too small for them glasses. See, I got a big face. And my face is kind of square shaped. So I can get away with big glasses. Y'all girls with them petite oval faces, don't wear them big glasses. Them glasses start to become a personality on their own. You don't need no glasses that big. I know you think you'll be killing it, but no. No. What's that lady name? June Ambrose? Is that her name? Everybody can't do that. Anyway, she meet with her cousin and we find out that DeModrick has been sending some text messages to Joella that are inappropriate. Surprise, surprise. The text messages suggest that they was trying to get together and do some relations because Joella says to him, I got something to tell you. You gonna be mad. And she said that she is on her period. And he was supposed to be coming over there. So you know what that mean, right? They ain't finna get down with the get down. DeModrick, we see DeModrick trying to call her to talk to her to see if they can straighten this thing out. And then the next scene we see is her coming home, DeModrick coming home, and her throwing his clothes at him and telling him to get out. I don't think Kiana is done. If she is, it remains to be seen. DeModrick, I was hoping he was making a change, but unfortunately he was not. And the whole time he was going to see the children at Joella's house and letting her know that he had proposed to Kiana. And Joella is just looking at him like, okay, so can I move on? DeModrick gonna say, yeah, I mean, I want that for you. Like, yeah, I want you to like meet somebody. But you could tell that he definitely has her in a holding pattern and she's comfortable being there. Where are the other 3 children is my question. You keep going to Joella's house to visit these children. Where are the others? Did you think we forgot there were others? Where are the others? Kiana, get out of there before you get pregnant. Get out of there before you get pregnant. Because y'all don't even got enough money. Do you know how much of your money it's going to take care of all of DeModrick's kids? And you know as soon as you get married to them, they're going to put them on child support. So what are you doing? Get away. You have no children. You have good jobs. Jobs where you can be upwardly mobile. Get out of that little whatever you at. Maybe this the town that you live in. I don't know. Get you another man. And erase this from your history and move on. Because this ain't what you want anyway. God keep trying to get you out and you keep calling the energy back in, girl. He tried to get you out 6 different times when 6 different children were born. He been trying to get you out and you keep calling it right back in. You keep letting it happen. And God gonna give you what you're asking for. Go away and stay away, please. If you are one of my subscribers who don't like me doing a lot of cussing, I know I cuss now every now and then, but if you know you don't like it, I'm gonna give you time to leave. Because I don't know what y'all want me to do. Alexis, why do you keep saying, who are these girls? Are we seeing the same thing? Am I crazy? Do you see what we're all seeing? Because where are the damn girls? There's a girl there. Maybe you're trying to respect pronouns, and in that case, I will too. But these girls with the rabbit ears are saying that they're video girls. What video are y'all shooting? They're lying. They are clearly lying. They came to the store with their man to pick out some clothes. That's what's going on right now. Alexis is trying to tell production why y'all let him leave. He's in a moving vehicle. What, you want us to stand in front of it? And he's in front of your moving vehicle is that. We're in front of your moving vehicle. He drives off. He ends up coming back. He not looking her in the face. He looking at the phone. He looking at the ground. He looking everywhere, telling her they ain't nobody. She trying to, wreck shop up in there, trying to lay down some type of ultimatums. And they just like, honey, we're video girls. We don't want him. That's your man. We don't, girl. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him, first of all. And second of all, you're not getting nowhere. The friend is fed up, and you can tell. Alexis is trying to get answers out of him. She in the confessionals telling us, I haven't even told him that we about to have a baby. You don't need to tell him you about to have a baby. The only person you need to be telling is the people at that clinic that you should have been going to. But let me not speak ill of the child, because the child is either here or close to being here. So let me not speak ill of the child that you decided to have. But I agree with your friend. You don't need to bring no baby into this. You didn't need to. That man don't want you. He was nonchalant. He was looking around talking about he was going to get some clothes. Well, why girls need to be with why you get clothes? You ain't even at the studio. You told me you was at the studio. Nothing. Just a bunch of nothing. And the friend is my spirit animal, because that friend looked so tired and she looked so fed up. And she told Alexis clear and plain, this did not go the way it should have went. He was too nonchalant. You should have held him more accountable. He did not explain to you why these people were here. And here come Alexis talking about, yeah, he didn't, but you know what? He got to come home with that stupid ass face she always have. Forehead just as wrinkled. Stop wrinkling up your forehead like that. It's going to stay that way. You're too young to be doing all of that. She just looking dumb. Talking about, but he got to come home. That's what I'm saying. Like, he got to come home and we're going to talk about it then. The friend is looking at her like, and if he don't? And if he don't what? Come home? If he don't stop, then what? Here come Alexis talk about, well, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's just so much going on. I don't really know. Like, it's just something we have to. If he don't stop, she ain't going to do nothing. He going to have to leave her. That's all. And that friend looked so disappointed in Alexis. And I would have been disappointed too. Let me tell you something, friend. Hopefully this baby is going to grow Alexis up. But if it doesn't, I hate to say it, but if you are a younger woman watching me, you have to not. I'm not going to say not be friends, but you have to start to separate yourself from certain types of women. Women who cannot, who keep a lot of trash and low vibrational stuff in their life, eventually it's going to start affecting you. If you're the type of friend that like to show up for your girl, she have a baby by a man that ain't no good, you help her out, you might loan her money, you might let her move in with you, you might keep the baby, you might be part of the village. Next thing you know, 2 years later, she pregnant again by the same type of man. So you really got to watch your friends' behaviors, just like we do with men and red flags. With our friends that keep making bad decisions, you have to kind of watch their behavior, see if they're trying to grow. And if they're not, you're going to have to start separating yourself. Don't mean you a bad friend. It don't mean none of that. But people who are like this, did y'all see how she was trying to get contrary with the friend? The friend was trying to tell her, like, this ain't right. And she looking at the friend, shrugging her shoulders like, I mean, he got to come home. I mean, he said they was video girls. I mean, like, you talking to me like I'm crazy. Like, we both don't know what it is. Because when this man leave you, I'm going to be the only person here holding your hand. So sometimes you got to separate yourself. Make sure you're focused on you. Don't get stressed out and bogged down about decisions that your friend is making, especially when it comes to men, because you don't have to have no man. You don't have to have one. You don't have to be involved in this kind of foolishness. And if you are going to have one, there are better options out there. There really are. But I know that Alexis has a self-worth issue. I know that she has a love issue, and that is something that she has to heal within herself. But as far as her friend, don't stick around. Don't get dragged down by your friend's poor decisions. That's all I'm going to say. And it's not just physically or financially. It's emotionally as well. Your friends will have you stressed the hell out with their foolishness. And just as soon as another bad decision walk in their life, they will drop you like a bad habit. So be careful with that. That's all I'm saying. Alexis is a fool. She get on my damn nerves. I'm tired of seeing her looking stupid like that. She is close to 30. It's no excuse for this kind of behavior. I understand. I didn't have a lot of self-worth or self-love either. But you got to have enough sense to know that it is not a child's job to solve any of these problems. It is not. And if a man don't care about you, don't like you, don't want you, don't you dare have his damn baby. Anyway, I'm off my soapbox. I'm tired. Love after lockup, not finna get my pressure up. Anyway, y'all, that was it for the show. We'll see what happens next week. Look like everybody breaking up. Shoot. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all for the next one. Bye.